Yo, what's up? Uh, hey everybody. This is Najee, also known as Zero. Um, so so I haven't been on Facebook. Well, I have been on Facebook. That's a lot, but I haven't been on Instagram and YouTube for a while. So let me give you an explanation of the situation. Some of the stuff I'm gonna say about, is gonna be detailed, but it's gonna have the names of the people blurred out of it. So if you're somebody I know and you know this person, or you're this person and you're looking at this video, stop right there. Please don't get offended. Okay, let's get it in. Alright, everybody. So as you know, my legal name is Najee, but sometimes when I'm making songs and doing records, I go by Zero. Sometimes I don't. Kind of fickle about that. I'm 27 years old. At this current time, I'm married. Okay? So, right now, my wife, I'm gonna call her Latavia. So, Latavia is right now at her grandmother's house, okay? So, I said, so this is how it went down. Me, so, uh, money was getting kind of funny. I went out and I got a job. I've been had a job interview. I applied for Amazon, I applied for FedEx, I applied for a couple other jobs, but I didn't have a job for a while. I finally got a job. So when I got this job, uh, I got my interview. My interview was no, I had an orientation on the 6th. Okay, that's of I got my orientation on October 6th. At this time, it wasn't the 6th yet. It was like not even it was way far from 6th. And I told my wife Latavia, I was like, Latavia, look, I got an interview. I need you to be there. I need you to be at the house with the kids. Talked to her 3 times. I asked her more than 3 times actually. I just told her about the interview that whole week. She said, "Okay, boom, I got you. I'm gonna be there, whatever." So, the day comes up. She's been doing ripping and running all week, hanging out with her friends, picking up the kids. That's cool. I pick up the kids. Uh, went over her mom's house to wash because we ain't got no washing. I don't know, po nigga shit. Uh, so it comes the day when I get the orientation. 6 come. So she's like, I'm about to step out for a minute. I gotta do some stuff. Remind you, if if you don't know, matter of fact, I started this job on Sunday. My orientation was that what I forgot when the 6th was. I'm not trying to think about it neither. But and so so before she go out the door, she was like, I'm going to the store to get a black polo. I'm like, okay. What you need a black polo for? I got a job. You got a job, but I got a job. I thought we talked about if you not having a job, you gonna stay home with the kids or whatever the case may be, just for the moment until we get things settled. She's like, no, I got a job. I gotta I got a stuff I need to pay for, and and sometimes I know how you are. You're not gonna pay for it, which is not true. I would have helped her out, but I would have paid for what I had to pay for because that's my wife. But at the same time, I'm about I'm I don't I have this thing where I don't want to live check to check. If I'm making a good amount of enough money and you gotta pay something every month, you know how people are, especially young people in their 20s. We don't save, and I'm trying to save for my kids' future, and for to be able to do stuff. I don't want to live check to check. I've seen people do that my whole life. I want to be able to give my girl, my wife, the money. Be like, here's the money for the bills. Bam, you got the money. Go pay the bills, and be able to trust you to pay the bills without worrying you spending it on some materialistic stuff. But that's kind of off subject. Okay. So, long story short, she go to Forest City. By the time she go to Forest City, it's 4 o'clock. My orientation is at 6. She heads out. She didn't tell me she was going to Forest City at first. So she heads out in the car with her mom. She goes to Forest City. And it's getting later and later and later. So I call her. I'm like, on the phone. Deep, 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 deep. I'm like, Latavia, where you at? We just getting in Forest City. It's going on 4:25. I kid you not. I'm like, okay. I need you to all right, just call me when you're done, cause it's getting close to time. He's like, I know. It'll be fast, whatever. So I don't think nothing of it. So my phone died. I turn off my phone. My phone is turned off. I'm charging it. Cut it back on. I got my phone is blown up. I got all these messages. So I answer the message. It's my mom. It's mom's on the phone. Najee, pick up your bleep 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 phone. Woo, woo, woo. You don't ever pick up your phone. Why you got it on do 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 do? Blah 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 blah. Do 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 do. Pick up your phone. So I call it back. Hey ma, how you doing? What's the malfunction? Where your wife at? She went to the store to she went to the store to get her a black polo because apparently she got a job that she didn't tell me about, and apparently we started on the same day. So then then okay. So I had to deal with the fact she went out and got a job. She didn't tell me. So that's one thing to deal with. Second thing was my orientation. She went out and got a polo the day of the orientation. The 6th was on a Friday. Okay. That's when my orientation. I started work on that Sunday. Saturday was an open slot. She could have got it then. I had no problem with watching the kids. But she made a conscious decision to go get the polo right then and there because she couldn't wait. Even though I asked her to wait. Okay, my mom's upset. She's like, I told that stubborn girl that those are not the exact words she used, but she's like, I told that girl to wait because it's almost time for you to leave and we got the kids in the house. Long story short, I end up having to go. I'm from Chicago. I end up having to go all the way out to Joliet. Almost being late. And I still have my kids in the car. So, it's raining that day. We riding, swerving, swerving, swerving. Almost got into a car accident. By the grace of God, we didn't. Right? So, after that, I get the interview. It's good. Whatever. She texts me, I'm sorry. My bad. Do 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 do. Kids crying, they're wet, whatever. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no time to get no snacks or nothing for them. My son's 4 and my daughter's 1. So I get in the car. Tensions are high. We heated. My mom's heated. I'm heated. The kids crying. They sleepy. My daughter's wet. So I get the kids up. I put them in the bed. My daughter's wet. I go to change her. And, and when I come upstairs, my wife's in the bed, sleep, comfortable as hell. I'm mad. And at that time, maybe I should have cooled down and talked to her with some sense. But no, me. I'm mad. The first thing on my mind is, yo. And I start going in. I'm like, yo, what happened to you? She's like, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for what happened, but I don't feel like talking about this right now. I'm kind of sleepy and I had a bad day and woo woo woo. I'm like, no, uh, that was real effed up of what you did. I asked you, I asked you before you left. Could you have did it another day? And my mom told me she called you and and she told you not to go, and you went anyway. That's the problem. You don't like to listen to nobody. Woo 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 woo. And me, I'm heated. I went on and on and on. And she's like, you tripping? I don't want to talk about this. I want to go to bed. It'll be better in the morning. I'm mad. I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of your shit. It's this. I almost missed a job before. Cause I'm trying to take care of my family. I'm trying to provide. Woo woo woo. I'm trying to provide for my family, and you up here playing games. You always down my throat about getting a job, or I need help paying my phone bills, but you gonna pull this. And she was like, it's not that serious. But it is that serious. In my defense, before this happened, it was other chain of events that happened that wasn't discussed at all. Let me break it down to you. Okay. First, um, I found my phone broke one day, and I had to use her tablet. I put my SIM card in her tablet, and I found out that she was talking to girls on this website called Bebo or Bibble or something, and it was like a lesbian website. She said it wasn't her. It was one of her coworkers. It was one of her coworkers at work that used her email. Used her email to talk to chicks as her. But yet they were sending pictures back and forth, and she had the napkin when this is Latavia, I'm so and so, hey so and so, this is Latavia, and she held up the napkin, whatever, and to remind you, and I'm just be honest, I didn't believe the shit she was saying. I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was a picture up there. They had pictures back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm reading these texts, and in the texts, it's talking about how she want to be the dominant one, how 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 they can do certain stuff, and if I was to meet the girl, she would introduce her to me. I mean, she would introduce her to me as her friend, and that I was gullible, and I didn't know, and it's easy to fool me. I wasn't gonna know, cause I'm gonna believe anything she telling. I'm reading this, so I'm like, word, okay. So I talked to her and I'm like, hey, I call her up. She's at her mom's place. She's watching.